We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the $500 area after hitting new all-time highs and a new 52-week high. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy presented opportunities in both directions. In the first half of the day, it sent out a bull indicator and call options went up 200% plus, and in the second half of the day it sent out a bear indicator and put options went up 300% plus within an hour. Guys, if you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support, doing a full transition from bright green to red bars, and the last piece missing would be white with red borders. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 10:20 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 120% plus within an hour. Guys, if you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition here from Friday of red bars to multiple bright green bars into today's volatility and back down to red bars so far. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since the 492 level. After being in a tight consolidation, it broke out and had full strength up to the point of today's high, hitting a 52-week high and all-time high of 503.50, rejecting off of it, trying to retest it, and getting its first bear indicator in the last several days and weeks up here at the 502.50 area. Definitely something to not ignore here on the 30-minute chart. Now, it wasn't the only stock pulling down. The SPY also had Tesla pulling down, right? It also had Apple pulling down. These were under bear indicators. Multiple stocks within the SPY in that same direction. There was other stocks in the QQQ, right, that were actually trying to push up midday, but still a lot of downward pressure in the overall markets. It wasn't just the SPY, right? And you could see it there with Tesla rejecting, and that was the home run of the day, as you saw within the charts. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here a bear indicator for the first time here since down here at the 484 level since the beginning of February, back on February 1st. So within the last 2 weeks, it has been strong, right? Under a bull indicator, and this is the first bear indicator in the bigger picture, and this is definitely something to not ignore up here because it needs to find support to justify any move to the upside here within the 1 hour chart. So definitely something I'll be watching going into tomorrow. And when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, you could see the strength of that bull indicator since Friday at the 499.50 area. Full strength up there to the highs of 501, and it broke right through it today, and full strength up here until it reached above 503. Things slowed down, and a bear indicator has been dominating here since the 503 level, and a full transition from the rip area to the dip area has happened so far in the volatility of the 15-minute, and I'll be watching if this could hold support and try to roll over any strength if it tries coming back up into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well, and if those inflows will follow, right? Which we're going to pull up the inflow versus outflow, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with inflows dominating in the first half, trying to push up higher, but in the second half, things started to pull downwards and outflows started to dominate, and here we are into the close with outflows dominating at negative 1.30. I would not ignore this going into tomorrow. If it continues below it, it could possibly continue to reflect that weakness into these charts, especially if that weakness rolls over from the 30-minute into the 1 hour chart. And you could see these outflows, how sharply they dropped here in the second half and how it crossed below the midpoint. But what is crucial here is on the 1 hour, it is really close to the midpoint, and I'll be watching that closely if it tries to turn from red to green and back above, because if it does, it could quickly start to reflect that strength into these charts. So definitely something here in the bigger picture of the 1 hour I would not ignore, but outflows are dominating here on the 1 hour and the 30-minute. And in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see how these inflows were fighting in the first half, pushing higher. You could see that strength into the charts, but as soon as those outflows began and they crossed the midpoint, things started to drop very sharply, right? Here you see it in the charts when those outflows crossed over, that big drop from 502 down to 500. But here it is in the after hours trying to push up, creating a divergence, right? While things are flat. If it could cross the midpoint, I'll be watching going into tomorrow if this could start pushing up higher and try to roll that strength over into the larger time frames. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is 500. If these outflows go ahead and switch from green to red, and you could see it there, it was pushing up, now it's kind of flat. If this switches from green to red and pushes away from the midpoint and continues to push things down here on the 15-minute and roll that weakness over into the 30-minute as well, below 500 then comes 498, and then I'll be watching the 497 to 495 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue trying to push up, cross that midpoint, reflect that strength into these charts, roll that strength over into the 30-minute as well, get those bull indicators to pop up, start those transitions back up into dark green and bright green, and the first resistance is 502, and then above that is 503.50, the recent highs, and then the next level I'll be watching is 505. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're trying to push up here on the 15-minute, really close to the midpoint here on the 1 hour, and on the 30-minute, it is sitting flat, and I'll be watching if it could switch from red to green and head towards the midpoint. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.